Live from WFSB, Connecticut's first choice for news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
As the lone survivor of a deadly home invasion is released from the hospital, Governor Rell is taking a closer look at the state's parole system. Good evening, I'm Denise DeCenzo.
And I'm Dennis House. Thanks for joining us this Friday night. These two suspects in these murders have long rap sheets, but no violent offenses until now.
But with this recent crime, many people are looking for changes in the parole system.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Hena Daniels has more now, live in our newsroom.
Hena?
Dennis and Denise, one of those many people is Governor Jody Rell, and that's why she has formed a panel that would not only look at why these two men were released on parole, but how our state prison system work as well.
A cold, calculated predator. That's what a superior judge called Josh Komisarjevsky during a 2002 sentencing. That's the year he burglarized 19 homes, one of them belonging to Charles Turnier. When arrested, Komisarjevsky admitted to police that he watched Turnier's then pregnant wife through the bushes and knew her routine before breaking in. Komisarjevsky was then sentenced to almost a decade in prison. He served less than half that.
Appalled. I completely was taken back by the fact that he was released early. I never thought he'd be getting out after 3 years of a 9-year term.
Governor Jody Rell agrees. She is now asking for a parole to review how both Komisarjevsky and Stephen Hayes were released on parole by the Board of Pardons.
But that's what this review is all about. Go through the process step by step, from charging an individual with a crime to sentencing them, and then whether or not they're eligible for release.
Because neither criminal had violent offenses on their very long rap sheet, they were released after administrative reviews as opposed to an actual parole board hearing. That means no inmate was present and no victim testified. Earlier this week, Chairman Bob Farr admitted the board did not have all the facts on Komisarjevsky's background when he was given parole.
We were supposed to get copies of the sentencing transcripts. We normally don't. We did not have a sentencing transcript. We had a copy of a police report, but I don't believe there's any discussion of night goggles or that type of charge.
Governor Rell was asked whether more jails will be built or more parole supervisors will be hired to make sure a heinous crime like this doesn't happen again, and how much it would cost taxpayers. She says she has every intention of speaking to Farr and listening to his recommendations. We're live in the newsroom. Hena Daniels, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And today, a private memorial service was held for Jennifer Hawk Pettit and her two daughters, Haley and Michaela. And as friends of the family remember the victims, there are still new details emerging about the suspects. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Jaime Roth continues our live team coverage. She's live at the mobile newsroom in New Britain now with that part of the story. Jaime?
Denise, according to family court records found here in New Britain, Joshua Komisarjevsky is the father of a 5-year-old daughter, Jada, and he was very recently granted sole custody of Jada after the girl's mother wound up under psychiatric evaluation at a drug and rehabilitation center. 26-year-old Joshua Komisarjevsky is now behind bars, accused of the brutal murder of a mother and her two daughters. Komisarjevsky, a father himself, was awarded sole custody of his 5-year-old daughter. Just about a month before police say he and 44-year-old Stephen Hayes broke into the Pettit's home and terrorized the family. Now they face 41 criminal charges between them, including 6 counts each of capital felony. Today, the family held private funerals. Tomorrow, the public is invited to pay their respects at Central Connecticut State University's Welty Hall. Victoria Ginter has contemplated attending the memorial service.
I think the university is a good place for people in the community to come to mourn this loss and to show support for the doctor. And I really think that he's in my mind a lot, because I think, how do you recover from that? How do you put your life back together, even with the support of lots of different people?
The doors open at Welty Hall at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and the memorial starts at 11. Reporting live with the mobile newsroom from New Britain, Jaime Roth, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Jaime. Today, the Pettit family released another statement, and here I'm quoting, "Many ask what they can do. Care about others is a regular part of your lives, not just at times of tragedy." They went on to say they are grateful for all of the support they've received.
And today, the family of one of the suspects, Stephen Hayes, released a statement for the first time. The statement reads, "The justice system will allow the answers to reveal themselves in the appropriate time. Words do not relieve the suffering of everyone affected by this tragedy. At 3 a.m. Monday, July 23, 2007, the lives of many families changed forever.
That public memorial service is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. It'll be held at Welty Hall at Central Connecticut State University in New Britain. We will have live streaming coverage on our website if you cannot attend, or you can also see it on Eyewitness News Now.
The Pettit family is asking, in lieu of sending flowers, there has been a scholarship set up in Jennifer Hawk Pettit's name at Cheshire Academy. Or you can contribute to Haley's Hope and Michaela's Miracle, which raises money for multiple sclerosis. Haley Pettit had already raised more than $50,000 after her mother was diagnosed with the disease.
Now, new details on breaking news you watched unfold on Eyewitness News at 11 last night. A shooting in a normally quiet town. Many people living in Southington are shocked today that a shooting could happen there. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Len Besthoff is live with the mobile newsroom in Southington with the newest details. Len?
Well, Dennis, police at this point have connected the dots as far as what happened here at the Travelers Inn off Queen Street in Southington. They're still trying to figure out why. Police say at 8:30 last night, 43-year-old Joseph Morozic of Vernon, Vermont, came out of the room he had just checked into, walked into the parking lot out a side door with his 9mm semi-automatic and started shooting. First at a man on a cell phone standing next to a van, then blasting through a window at the motel's owner, then killing himself.
And there's no indications that there was anything really prior to this. There was no words that we know of that was said, no actions that were taken. It just seems to be kind of a random type of incident.
Co-workers say the motel's longtime owner, 42-year-old Navin Aluria, was shot twice and somehow managed to grab the phone and alert those close to him.
Called me and he says, it's got a shot in the legs and the stomach.
Co-workers say Aluria has owned the motel for 10 years. Police identified the other shooting victim as 31-year-old Carlos Roque of Yonkers, New York. He works for Winterberry Irrigation in Southington and lives with co-workers at the motel during the week. Now, Hartford Hospital has upgraded Roque from critical to guarded condition tonight. And as far as Aluria goes, co-workers here tell us that he came out of surgery today and is expected to return home early next week. We're live with the mobile newsroom in Southington. Len Besthoff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
2 teenagers are under arrest tonight after police in Farmington say they exploded a homemade bomb in a field. Police received calls from people who heard an explosion last night. They found a 17-year-old and a 15-year-old in the field near the Farmington-West Hartford town line. The older teen who admitted to making the pipe bomb is facing now multiple felony charges.
Well, now a check to see whether Connecticut students are making the grade. Today, the state released the results of this year's mastery test. Let's begin with the good news. Overall grades 3 through 8 have improved in math and writing since last year. The bad news, well, boys are scoring less than girls in both reading and writing, but both perform equally in math. The most disturbing trend, there is a large testing gap between minority students and white students, and income levels also seem to play a role.
People lined up for New Haven's new ID program for illegal immigrants. Tonight, hear how businesses are also taking part.
Plus, some ferocious weeds are forcing action in this town. We'll be right back.
You're watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6. Eyewitness News is everywhere, covering news in Connecticut. See it, shoot it, send it. When you see breaking news, shoot the video from your cell phone camera and mail it to video@WFSB.com. Covering news in your town. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6. Eyewitness News is everywhere in Connecticut.
Illegal immigrants have been lining up all week in New Haven for the new city ID card. And today, since they've had so many people coming in, they're actually extending their hours. That's all new tonight at 6. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Leon Collins is live with the mobile newsroom in New Haven with more on what happened today. Leon?
Well, Denise, actually all week long they've been having so many people come in that the crowds and long waits have prompted city officials to provide better service to people who want those cards. The new office of New Haven residents inside New Haven City Hall has been so popular in its first week, the line of people waiting to apply for New Haven resident ID cards has started forming at about 4 a.m. and it wraps around the building by sunrise. Inside this afternoon, weary but hopeful people had stood for hours. Tell me about the long wait you've had here today at City Hall.
Since 7 o'clock this morning.
You've been here, what is it? We're talking about 8 hours at this point.
Yeah.
City officials say they've completed applications for 725 people this week, and the plan is to do many more next week with new, longer hours at the Office of New Haven residents.
We'll extend the office hours 9 to 7. We also wanted to send a clear message. Some folks applying for the cards thought there was only going to be a window of a week or two where we would actually go out and issue the cards. That's inaccurate. This is program is funded to continue throughout the fiscal year.
The mayor added that support from the business community continues to grow as Sovereign Bank in New Haven will now accept the city's cards as a form of identification. Again, beginning on Monday, the new longer hours for the Office of New Haven residents are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. Get it right, Leon. From 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. A few hours longer, so they hope they can handle more people. Reporting live with the mobile newsroom in New Haven, Leon Collins, Channel 3, Eyewitness News.
We're in the North Cove in Old Saybrook attacking the mighty Phragmites, and we're going to win. We'll tell you about it coming up.
We dodged the showers and thunderstorms today, but will our luck run out this weekend? Eyewitness News is in Milford this evening with your early warning neighborhood forecast, and that's coming up next.
And you can always take Channel 3 Eyewitness News with you everywhere. You can get local news, early warning, pinpoint Doppler, traffic cameras, all right there on your cell phone.
Yeah, Denise, that service is available for Verizon Wireless and Sprint customers. Find out more, go to our website, WFSB.com, and just click on Take 3 Everywhere. All new tonight at 6, folks in Old Saybrook are getting tough with a weed that is more than tough. It's actually ferocious. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Dan Kane took the mobile newsroom to Old Saybrook for that story.
It's a war on a weed, a stifling, strangling, green leafy reed that takes over areas like the north and south coves of Old Saybrook, choking out everything in its path, but it may have met its match.
What you see here is an area that's been clean, but there are some parts of North and South Cove which are solid. And it's a wall, could be as high as 20 feet. And you can imagine the birds and the wildlife can't penetrate that wall.
It's called Phragmites, and it's not unattractive, but it drives out all the native natural vegetation and the wildlife that thrives in areas like salt marshes.
I mean, this is what we're spraying. This area right here is all being sprayed, and within a few weeks it should turn brown and die off, and we'll see the native vegetation start to grow back up.
Just like that?
Just like that.
With a $120,000 grant, the Old Saybrook Land Trust got 200 of the landowners surrounding the coves to sign on to a 3-year eradication program that involves spraying the Phragmites with an herbicide designed to break down quickly so as to minimize damage to other plants, although some damage is inevitable.
In the long-term big picture, if you want to look at it that way, that we'll sacrifice a little bit of injury to this vegetation knowing it recovers, and that's what the whole site's going to do. So it's a trade-off, and it's a well-balanced trade-off.
And so if all goes well, you come back here in a year or two, you won't see any Phragmites, and that's a good thing. We're in Old Saybrook. Dan Kane, Channel 3. Eyewitness News.
Parking meters have been popping up all over downtown Derby. This is the first time since 1940 that the town has upgraded its meters. Derby is one of the smallest cities in our state, but the city says this is just one of the many big improvements coming to downtown. In an effort to save the sound, starting right now, boaters can no longer empty waste into the water. Governor Rell and environmental officials announced the state's entire portion of Long Island Sound has been designated as a no discharge area. Connecticut joins Rhode Island, and New Hampshire is the only states banning emptying sewage into coastal waters.
Now, Channel 3 Early Warning Weather, powered by Early Warning Pinpoint Doppler, tracking weather in your town and everywhere in Connecticut.
Well, today was pretty nice, but what about the weekend?
The weekend, always a big question on a Friday night, Bruce.
Yeah.
Lots of pressure.
Yes, you know, I guarantee you it's not going to be a washout this weekend, but those of you who do get the rain, it's going to be very, very heavy. Some places could get a downpour that could leave an inch or two of rain, but I do believe most of the weekend is going to feature dry weather. Certainly it's dry right now in Connecticut, but look off to our west, to the west of I-87 in New York State. Those are intense thunderstorms. You can see, though, they're moving off to the north-northeast, and they are not heading toward Connecticut, at least for now. But the system that's producing that unsettled weather to our west is slowly going to inch toward Connecticut over the upcoming weekend. I'll show you that in just a moment. Temperatures now, after reaching 89 at Windsor Locks today, just a little bit below 90. It's now 85. It's 83 in Hartford with the southerly breeze cooling things down just a little bit, but it's also bringing in that high humidity. Waterbury is 79, so is Norwich, Putnam 80. It's 80 degrees in Torrington and 83 in Salisbury. As usual, Groton is the cool spot at 76 degrees. There's our live city cam in New Haven, where it shows plenty of sunshine on the New Haven green right now. So it's a nice Friday evening out there, and if you're going to be out and about doing some shopping maybe, or going to dinner or a movie, it'll be just fine. But you see all these intense thunderstorms off to our west, a line of them right across New York State into Pennsylvania and the mid-Atlantic states. And you also see a swirl in the clouds right around Buffalo, New York. That's a low pressure system aloft and a dip in the jet stream. And this whole system that's causing the unsettled weather is going to slowly shift to the east over the next several days, then probably stall. That means we're going to have at least 5 days with a threat of showers and thunderstorms here in Connecticut, and it's all going to begin tomorrow. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect for much of New York, eastern Pennsylvania, on into the Washington, D.C. area. We don't have to worry about that, at least for tonight. The big picture, looking at the Atlantic, it's been quiet lately, and we do have areas of clouds near the equator or just to the north of it, but there are no signs of any tropical development over the next 24 to 48 hours. However, we still have to get through August and September. All right, here's Channel 3's early morning futurecast, where we show you tomorrow's weather today. And we're going to take you through the weekend. Starting at 7 o'clock this evening, just a few clouds. All the thunderstorms are to our west. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we'll have areas of low clouds and patchy fog, otherwise dry. And then during the day tomorrow, during the afternoon and evening, 3 p.m. into 7, the best chance for thunderstorms will be in western Connecticut, west of I-91. And some of those thunderstorms could produce torrential downpours. Now on ahead to Sunday, cloudy skies in the morning, and statewide, even though Futurecast is not showing it, there's a good chance for showers and thunderstorms, again, producing some locally heavy rainfall. So tonight's forecast, muggy and a bit uncomfortable out there with temperatures in the upper 60s and low 70s. Town by town, your highs for tomorrow, a little bit cooler than today perhaps, but still warm and humid. 83 in Torrington, 86 in Hartford. You get into eastern Connecticut, where there will probably be more in the way of sunshine. Putnam and Plainfield, 87. On into the southern part of the state, 80 in New London, 82 in Old Saybrook, Durham 86, and working westward. I think Waterbury, your high tomorrow will be 84, and Hamden 85. All right, the 7-day forecast features a lot of unsettled weather. Sunday, mostly cloudy, muggy, 83. Showers and thunderstorms likely. Monday, showers and thunder, 82. Showers on Tuesday, 82. And showers perhaps may linger into Wednesday, 80 degrees, and finally drier by Thursday and Friday. There's your shoreline highs for the next 7 days, and that includes 81 tomorrow and 80 on Sunday. Dennis and Denise, back to you.
Thank you, Bruce. It's now time for our Channel 3 gas giveaway.
It is. The winner in today's gas giveaway is Naisha Bennett of Hartford.
Don't worry, though, we have another chance for you to win. Watch Eyewitness News at 5:30 every weeknight for the secret word.
Then be the third caller with the correct answer, and you'll win a $100 gas card.
Coming up tonight at 11, a spectacular crash and traffic comes to a halt, but was it real? Ooh, we'll find out tonight.
And 10 tiny puppies all doing well tonight, but their entry into the world teetering on tragedy. Hear their amazing story of survival tonight at 11 right after.
You want me to say it, don't you?
Go ahead.
Okay, numbers.
A new government report confirms that people who use the diabetes drug Avandia have an increased risk of heart attack. Will the FDA order tougher warning labels or even pull the drug? We'll speak to the cardiologist who first raised a red flag. So that story tonight on the CBS Evening News.
What's a top secret mission? Next Oprah. Monday at 4 on Channel 3, your home for Eyewitness News.
Now, Eyewitness Sports with John Holt.
Training camps are underway for the Jets, the Giants, and the Patriots. The Giants have their first practice in Albany tomorrow, and they may be without 7-time Pro Bowl defensive end Michael Strahan. The 35-year-old did not show up at camp today, and his agent says he may be considering retirement. Others have speculated that this is a ploy on Strahan's part to get a new deal, and his absence from camp amounts to a contract holdout. At last report, Strahan and the team had done nothing more than exchange voicemails.
Obviously, I'm disappointed that he's not here. He's a very important part of our team, as we've talked all along. And we're just going to have to wait for more information. I really don't have any more.
Cornerback Asante Samuel was a no-show at Patriots camp in Foxborough. He's holding out after being offered an apparently unacceptable $7.79 million one-year deal as the team's franchise player. Samuel wants a richer long-term contract. New England's first-round pick, fellow defensive back Brandon Merriweather, who was also out of camp, still unsigned. Is it possible that Alex Rodriguez may have already hit his 500th home run? The stats say he's at 499. But if A-Rod hits a home run during the resumption of a rain-suspended game tonight with Baltimore, it would go down in the books as a home run on June 28th, the day in which the first 7+ innings of the game were played. That means the home run Rodriguez hit Wednesday night, this one versus Kansas City, would actually be recorded as number 500, not 499. After finishing the suspended game tonight, the Yanks and the Orioles play an originally scheduled 9-inning game. Another dog-bike collision at the Tour de France. A spectator's dog takes out 2 riders, including Frenchman Sandy Cazar. Cazar scraped his hip, but doggone it, recovered to win the race just the same. Saturday's time trial will determine the overall winner of the Tour. It's between Alberto Contador and Cadel Evans. Contador currently holds a 1 minute and 50-second advantage over Evans.
These allegations are nothing that has been proved. We intend to prove Mike's innocence at trial.
There's no excuse for animal abuse.
It's the hottest topic going in sports. How should Michael Vick be punished, if at all? Should the NFL suspend the Falcons quarterback or wait for the courts to rule on federal dogfighting charges? Weigh in with an email to sports3@WFSB.com. We'll share the best emails this weekend on Sports Sunday. And in Vick news today, Nike has suspended its contract with Michael Vick and pulled all items related to Vick off the shelf.
Could get worse, too.
It probably will.
All right. Thanks, John.
And that'll do it for Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6. We thank you for sharing your time with us tonight.
Of course, the CBS Evening News with Katie Kirk is coming up next. Our next news at 11 o'clock, right after
numbers.
Oh, she said it without that Bronx accent that
I have
you throw
to be
on there
unpredictable.
occasionally.
We'll see you at 11.
Good night. After numbers.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News is always on. For breaking news, early warning weather, and webcasts anytime, go to WFSB.com.
She's got no news experience, but she's an anchor woman. So how did she get the job? Next, Inside Edition.
Tonight at 7 on Channel 3, your home for Eyewitness News. Monday morning. Get weather to plan your day. Scott Haney's early warning forecast plus pinpoint traffic every 10 minutes. Connecticut's favorite way to start the day. Channel 3 Eyewitness News, Monday morning at 5 and 6.
Eyewitness News, honored by the Connecticut Associated Press for Best Website. The team, 5 meteorologists.
Our live team coverage now continues with Mark Dixon.
Exclusive technology.
Another little perspective that we can give you with our exclusive technology here at Channel 3.
I'm going to give you the latest and where it is headed so you can prepare.
More than 62 years of forecasting local weather and the technology to back it up.
The most powerful Doppler radar system in Connecticut.
The team, the tools to track summer storms and get your forecast right. Early warning weather, only on Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Monday morning on Eyewitness News.